Like, I would call myself a really happy kid.
Pretty much all of my friends are best friends. It's just hard to go to school when you don't have friends.
After school, I like to play in the playground.
I have bullies.
I feel like this place is where grown-ups care about me.
The middle years is a time of risk in terms of the stresses that pile up for children. They're beginning to enter into adolescence. But we also know at times of risk, there's also windows of opportunity, a time in which we can intervene and redirect children onto a positive course of development.
The Middle Years Development Instrument is a tool that measures the well-being of children between ages 6 and 12. The MDI gathers information from the children themselves, giving them a unique opportunity to share their own thoughts, wishes, and needs about 5 dimensions in their lives.
The first one is social and emotional development that includes things like looking at optimism, happiness, empathy. The second dimension is connectedness. Not just connectedness in schools, but connectedness with families, schools, peers, and neighborhoods, and in the community. The third dimension is physical health and well-being, and we ask questions about nutrition and sleep habit. The fourth dimension is school experiences, and we really want to know how much children feel a sense of belonging in school, what their motivation to achieve is, as well as things like their victimization. Do they experience bullying in their schools? And the fifth dimension is looking at constructive use of time. And in this section, we ask them not only what they're doing during the after-school hours, but what they wish to be doing. So it really provides important information for program planning.
The Middle Years Development Instrument is filled out by grade 4 students during class time.
It's very easy to administer. It's 1 hour of your time, broken up over 2 days. Everything is pretty much prepared for you. You're given the information basically to read and talk off of. I think the power of asking children about their lives is that they know that we truly want to hear about their lives. Once they trusted that we weren't going to read it and forward it to anybody or share the answers with anybody, once they understood how the answers would be used, they were fine with it.
Participating schools receive the results for their school only, along with a general comparison to the district's overall results.
The hope is not just to collect these data and go off to my office at UBC and write some papers and not share it. It really has been to try and figure out what is the most important and useful information to communities, to parents, to teachers, so that they can learn what they can do to make a difference in the children's lives.
Through the last several years working on social responsibility, schools have struggled with how to access good quality data around children's social emotional development, and this tool really fills that need very well. We did a number of things to work with the data. One was a district-wide focus working with administrators, thinking about their school goals and the ways that this information might support confirmation or give them more information about how they're doing with their school goals, particularly related to social emotional development and social responsibility. We also held an inquiry group for teachers who were interested in digging in to the information a little bit more. And I think what happened through that inquiry group is more questions were raised. And teachers started thinking about how could they go back to their school and gather more information.
Every district that participates in the MDI receives a community report, which maps results by neighborhood, not by school. These reports are open to the public, and they're a resource for educators, parents, organization leaders, and community developers.
I think when you're dealing with 30 organizations and you're dealing with 5 different communities, it's very difficult to be able to sit down and have sort of one piece of research that is common across the work that we all do and as well as the communities. So the MDI is a very powerful tool because it gives us that information. It gives us something that we all have in common that we can discuss, that we can use to plan and to implement practices, programs, and services for children and their families.
Whoa. You think it's pretty?
If I were to have a choice of what I would administer to students in grade 4, this would be what I would administer. I already know how they're doing academically. I know that. I know how they're doing academically compared to their peers. I want to know about them because we know that academic success is linked to social and emotional development. You can't really have one without the other.
If I were the boss of the school, I would give the kids more recess and more time to eat lunch.
I feel good about myself when I help other people.
I feel really grateful that I have good friends and good family that pays attention to me.